I've just been so swamped, and I've been doing retreat stuff, so I can't show that
Yeah.
on the channel.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's see here. There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Marissa, and I am the Crafty Heifer. And with me is my new friend, Shay. I got to meet her on the 4th of July. And so we are going to hang out with you today and walk you through everything. And I'm so excited she's going to be here. I'm still not feeling great. So we're going to do the best we can. And she's here to help me out. And we're going to get to know each other while we diamond paint with you. I am working on a Craftably. It is called A Light After the Storm by Jody Bergsma. I may be butchering that last name, but I think that's how it's said. And Shay, what are you working on?
I am working as well, and it's Java Joanna.
Okay, nice. Yep. I liked that one when we saw that one.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm doing the Craftably event, the All Things Craftably 21 that the Principal Painter and GB Maltese are doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing that event.
This one kind of qualifies for that. I'd already started, but I think they'll forgive me a little bit for it.
Yeah, you should join.
So I'm just going to peel back my painting here and start my little corner. So let's see who has joined us, and thank everybody for joining any of the lives today and this weekend, because this is all in good standing for raising money for charities that are deserving. So I've got Crystal, hello, and there's Ginger, hi Camilla, there's Deanne, hey girl, there's Melly, how are you, and Phyllis, there is Sharon, hey Sharon, and Irene, there's Nick and Tina, hello, you guys did a great job earlier. So welcome everybody. The charity we're going to be supporting today is of course St. Jude. Those of you that are on my channel on the regular basis know that I serve on the committee for the St. Jude Walk Run in Dallas, and I have proudly done that for the last 3 years. We are excited to hopefully, at the moment, still have an in-person event this year, and hopefully we'll be able to go through with that. But as things happen, they happen, and we don't have that decision. We don't get to make the decision, so let's put it that way. However, you guys have already raised a total of $422 for St. Jude over this last year. And anybody that does donate this weekend, my link is in the description box, as well as the link to Shay's channel. You will be getting on Monday, I will email you an exclusive pattern that I created. I created one last year and I created one this year. So this is what this year's pattern looks like. This is the cross-stitch version of it. And it's Are You Ready for Confetti, which is our theme this year. And I will go more into that here in just a little bit, why it's that theme. And then I converted that into a diamond painting. And the diamond painting looks like this. Let me raise my camera just a little bit so you can get a better overall picture. So I've got to get my white drills. I'm going to fill all this in with white. And I still have to get white drills to fill this in, but you can easily convert this to a diamond painting. And I showed you guys how to do that on my channel in a couple of different lives. It's very easy to do. So those are your two options, but you'll get that pattern on Monday if you have donated to my St. Jude link from anybody's channel, not just mine. I'm trying to think what else I was going to say, because I had something else in mind, but it went away.
I love those. Those are awesome.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun doing those. I had a lot of fun creating those. And the cross-stitching actually took a lot less time than I thought. I can't show you the back of it, but the back of it, I carried my threads like a monster. And it looks like constellations on the back. It is definitely not nice and neat like a lot of cross-stitchers prefer it to be.
Right. I've never tried cross-stitch.
I think it's a lot of fun. It definitely takes some, it's a learning curve.
Okay.
But what I found it and what made me interested to start with was the, I guess, creative license that you have with it that you don't have with diamond painting.
Yeah.
So with diamond painting, yes, you can change out for like ABs, or you can put in sparklers or things like that, but you kind of have to stick with the color palette. And I liked that in cross stitch, you can be a lot more flexible. You can leave out something on a pattern that you don't like. You can change the colors really easily. You can do all kinds of different things. You can combine different patterns. Um, and all of that is stuff that I really liked about cross stitch and what drew me to it at the first place.
Okay.
So, and I'm getting some feedback in my headphones, so I'm going to take those off and hopefully you guys can still hear me.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi to, I know I didn't get a chance to yet, but thank y'all for everyone coming in and joining us.
Absolutely.
Nice
Yeah.
to see everyone.
Sorry, I talk when I talk. I get going and forget. I'm sorry. So let's see. A couple other folks have jumped in. There's Danielle, and my sister is Tammy Clevenger. That is my in real life big sister. And she's awesome. She is my co-host for the retreat. And there's Janie. Hello. Rajul. Oh my goodness. How are you? I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays. Welcome. And I'm so happy to see you. I hope you're doing well. Melody's here. And Robin. Hello. There's Sandra and Kaya. Welcome, everyone. Again, I have Shay with me, and she's my co-host. So Shay actually only lives, an hour, I think, away from me, about 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
And so I know Craftably has talked about hopefully in the fall being able to have like crafting weekends.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm looking forward to those. I really hope they get to have those, and I'm sure that you will be there for them.
Yes, absolutely.
So we'll get to hang out and have some more time to get to know each other.
I know. I know we met at the 4th of July event, but we didn't really get a chance to talk because we were working.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us a little about yourself, because I don't know a lot about you. I know you have a channel.
Mm-hmm.
You do diamond painting, obviously. Do you do any other crafts?
I don't. I mainly just do diamond painting.
And how did you get started with diamond painting?
Actually, it was my mom and dad. Actually, they live about a half a mile from me, so we see each other quite a bit. And they, right when COVID happened, they were doing puzzles, as I was. We were all doing puzzles, and then I was over one day, and they're like, "Look at what we found," because I saw it on Facebook or Instagram, and they had some little like snowmen, some little Christmas diamond paintings. And I remember looking at it, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." I didn't really get it. It definitely didn't. It didn't. Whoa! I didn't get any cool feelings from it. So I was like, okay. Well, I did so many puzzles that I was so burnt out. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try what they were showing me. So I ordered a painting, and it was an awful experience because it was someone from Amazon.
Right.
And, I didn't know better. And it was, it was a Disney picture, which obviously it was stolen artwork. So I feel bad about that. So I ended up throwing it away. And then I ended up, finding, Diamond Art Club and, Mrs. Coffee and Rachel Ray, and learning so many things about it. And I got just so hooked. It was, and that's all she wrote. I became
it hooked you in quickly.
Oh yeah. I mean, I could not get enough. And as soon as I'd finish one, I would kit it down and kit up a new one that same day and start working on it. I couldn't get, and it's still that way. I haven't stopped. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then then I started finding, creators that I started becoming friends with, and then subscribers. And it just started, I love this community. So it's been on.
We have a lot of really great people in this community. And I know everybody talks about different cliques of people, different, groups. And, some people feel like they're on the outside looking in, or whatever. I feel like this is a community now that's large enough that you can find the people that you really resonate with.
Right.
You know what I mean? And still be friends with everyone. But you can find the people that you really resonate with and that get you on a level that a lot of people don't.
Yes, I totally agree.
And it's strange because, growing up, I think we're about the same age. And growing up, you were told, like, don't talk to strangers on the internet when the internet first came out.
Right.
I've met some of my best friends on the internet.
Right. Yes. I know. And I've got 3 children, and I'm trying to explain to them, how I'm online, but I'm careful, but yeah, it's hard. But yeah, some of my best, you're right. I talk to more people that I've met on here than I do in real life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've
Yeah.
got my good friends in real life that have been my friends for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
But I would say probably my new friends, I've met more of them on the internet and then met them in person
Mm-hmm.
than any other way of making friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
No, I really, yeah, I'm the same way. You can call me Butter on YouTube. Her name is Randy. We've become really close. She only lives about 15, 20 minutes away from me. We had lunch and we've gotten together for brunch and with Sandra West. And it's just so nice to have. And when we found out through a live that we live near each other. And I thought, oh, she's going to be strange. You know, this is not going to be, it's too good to be true. Right.
Right.
I thought, oh, it's not going to be someone I'll click with. And so over time, just talking to her, I'm like, wait, she does seem really cool. And she does feel like someone I'm connecting to. So and then we finally met and we've done dinners with our husbands. We've gone out as couples. So I really, really lucked out. I did.
Well, and like Sandra drove down from Oklahoma.
Yep.
And we got to meet her as well. And
yeah.
she is just the sweetest.
Oh, I love her. Hi, Sandra. I saw you.
I noticed she was in here. I was super excited to see her.
Yep. She's here.
But it really is. It's a very unique time that we live in because you can meet someone and they can live on the other side of the world or they can live 10 minutes down the road.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And you never would have met otherwise.
Right. And to have this hobby in common that some people don't understand.
Right. Yes. Now, I do believe you need to have a balance between, or at least I need to have a balance between real life and being on the internet all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
And that's hard to do. But, and I'll say this, I've talked about, my mental health and things like that. I'm very open about that to a certain extent. But last year, during the pandemic, I live alone. I have no pets. And I was really, really struggling.
Oh.
At the beginning of the pandemic. And I started doing the Zooms. And I know we were talking about those this morning. I started doing the Saturday Zoom chat. And it really, really helped me get through last year in one piece. Because it was, we all know last year was rough for so many of us.
It was. And that's what it got me through it too. I was so isolated.
Mm-hmm.
And then being able to have friends that I met and start to, see lives and talk to people. And it got me through got me through it.
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's catch up with chat because we're just chit chatting away.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. Phyllis. Okay. Phyllis is in Dallas.
Yes. I've met Phyllis and her daughter Kaya both in person.
Okay.
I met Phyllis about a year ago, and Phyllis actually gifted me with a lot of her cross-stitching stuff when I first started cross-stitching. She gave me so much stuff that I have used and used and used.
Awesome.
And it was such a blessing to get, and she's such a lovely person.
Wow.
And then they actually both joined us. I do a once a month Saturday stitchy group that I'm a part of. For cross stitching, and they joined us this last month, and we all had a blast. And I believe that they're going to come back now and join us, maybe not every month, but pretty often.
Right.
So, it just gives people opportunities. I wouldn't have known that they lived, in Irving, which is about 40, 45 minutes away, depending on how you go.
Yeah, that's not too far.
Yes. Let's see here. Kaya has gone down the fabric dyeing rabbit hole. I got her started on that, apparently. It's all my fault. I'll take credit. Don't mind taking credit for that one.
Right.
I'm thinking, Kaya, if I feel better tomorrow, I think I'm going to try to do some ice dyeing since it's so hot outside. So ice dyeing on fabric, basically what you do is you take your fabric and you lay it on like a drying rack in like a bucket or something. And then you put ice on top of it. and then you put powdered dye on top of that, and you let it melt. And then as it melts, it drips and soaks into your fabric and gives you some really cool designs in your fabric. It's messy though. It's very messy.
That sounds very messy.
Yes, but it
Yes.
gives you, I mean, one of a kind, really cool fabric pieces. So I've been wanting to try that. And of course, when I wanted to try that, it was winter. And so that doesn't work very well when you need your ice to melt.
Yeah.
You know.
What other crafts do you do?
I diamond paint, I cross stitch, I crochet, I sew.
Wow.
I quilt.
Okay, what don't you do?
I don't knit.
Okay.
I don't do, I used to scrapbook and make cards. I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
I've never done like, oh, what is it called? Like where you turn the papers and make them swirlies. I know it's got a name and I cannot remember what that's called. I don't do that.
Okay.
And I think that's about it. I've done latch hook before. I've done lots and lots of crafts. I've always been very crafty.
Yeah.
And you know, I learned to sew from my grandmother. So she made clothes and quilts and all of that kind of stuff. And so I've been doing that kind of stuff for a very long time.
Okay.
I don't do it quite as much as I would like to because fabric is expensive.
Yes.
But
I made jewelry for a time, and I had a little business on Etsy years ago. I lived in Santa Cruz, California, so just a block from the beach. And
nice.
I collected sea glass, and I made.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I made sea glass jewelry and earrings. I mean, I made wine charms and you name it. And there's a lot of, wineries up in the Santa Cruz Mountains. So I had a lot of my jewelry in a lot of the shops. And then I had a little Etsy shop. So yeah, I did that for a while.
Very nice. I've not done jewelry making.
Okay.
That's something that I haven't tried yet. And I say yet because I'm sure I will at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Some things I'm just drawn to more than others. Quilling, that's what it's called. Thank you.
Oh.
I knew there was a name for it.
Quilling, okay. I've never heard of that. Okay.
I tried origami and I'm really bad at
it. What about like macrame? Have you ever tried that?
Not really my thing. I've done it before, but meh.
Yeah. It just reminds me of like a 70s thing.
Yes, it's very retro and it's making a huge comeback.
Oh, yeah.
So if you learned how to do that when in your youth in the 70s, those of you that are old enough for that, no shade at all. It's making a comeback. So you could probably make some money if you still remember how to do it.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. Yes, the buying of the fabric, Kaya, can get very expensive. Definitely. Quilling strips. What is tamari, Sandra? I don't know. I have not heard that term. We're going to learn something new, you guys.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either. I'm not very crafty. It's funny because my channel name is Crafting with Shay, but I mean, I named it that because I thought, what if one day I want to do something other than diamond painting?
Right.
I wanted to leave it kind of open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and that was my thing is like, I didn't just diamond paint. I did other crafts. And so when I came up with my name, my channel, when I first started, I started my channel as a bet between myself and Creative Mayhem. And it was a couple years ago. The community was very small. And I wanted a pair of these black tweezers, and I had never ordered an Evermoment. And at that time, these were the only ones that you could get was from Evermoment. And so I wanted a pair of those, and we were doing that charcoal peel off face mask challenge.
Oh yeah.
Everybody in the community was doing, well, not everybody, but a lot of people in the community were doing the face mask challenge. And I had been challenged, but I didn't have videos. I didn't have content at that time. And so Mayhem and I were in someone's chat. I can't remember who. And she was like, so listen, if you will do a face mask video and post it, I will send you a pair of black tweezers. And I thought, all right, I can do that. And I did. And I had a lot of fun doing it. And I was like, oh, hey, this is kind of fun. Maybe I should post some other things.
Okay.
And that's how my channel got started. And, you know, I put work into it, but I don't do it as another job.
Right.
You know, I do it. It's definitely still a hobby. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy creating content, but it's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
You know that as a creator, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And
now,
so I do.
You work a full-time job. I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
And that, you know, that is a big difference is, you know, when you work a full-time job, you do not want another full-time job.
Right. Of course.
For sure. And so, but, you know, I post when I feel like it, or when I have video content or whatever. I have slacked off this year with everything else going on. I've done some slacking, and I'm aware of that. So if you're still around on my channel, I appreciate it.
They still love you.
Yeah. Well, and I still do my lives usually on Wednesdays. You know, and that does help. I get to chat with everyone, and even the times that I don't want to do them, I still feel better afterwards. Having chatted, it's like going and hanging out with your friends. Sometimes you don't want to, but you always feel better afterwards.
Yes. Yeah.
And so, but yeah, that's how my channel started. And then we went from there. And when I started it, it was just my name, because that's, you know, I was using it for chat, and that was fine. And I was out with a college friend of mine who I've known for 20 plus years now. And we were over at Canton, which you know what Canton is.
Oh, yeah. Trade days. Yep.
Yes. The huge trade days.
Yep.
And we were at a booth, and then they all had crafty heifer shirts. And we'd use the word heifer back and forth. You've heard it, I'm sure. You know, it's a term of endearment or an insult, depending on how you use it.
Right.
And she looked at me, and I told her I was looking for a new name, but I couldn't really come up with anything that was, you know, me. And she looks at me and she goes, you should be the crafty heifer. And I thought, hey, that's awesome. And so that's how my name came about.
Oh, okay. I love that.
So sometimes it takes somebody that knows you for a while.
Yeah. How long have you been on YouTube?
That was in 2018, I believe.
Wow.
Or 2019. I think I've been part of the community since 2018.
Okay. So you're the person I need to contact. Yeah. So I need to contact you when I have questions. Wow.
Yeah. So it's been quite a while. There are a lot of people, though, that have been doing it for longer than I have. You know, I mean, there's quite a few people. At that time, we only had, I'd say maybe about 10 or 12 creators that really were diamond painting and doing as a focus.
Okay.
On their channels. Rachel Ray, Mrs. Coffee, Jeremy.
Stitcherista has been around for a while.
Yeah, Stitcherista, Donnie, Gwenny.
Donnie. Yep.
I'm trying to think. There was a couple of others that have since stopped doing content. But those were the names. Those were the ones we all went to. And there would be like 20 people in the chat. If you can imagine, you know, Rachel's chat only having 20 people in it.
Wow.
And we had a great time. It was a lot of fun. You got to know people, and they were doing the same thing you were doing, and we learned a lot together.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so cool.
So it's fun being on that side of it, and then seeing how much it's grown.
Oh, yeah.
Because there were names that people, you know, when I started getting signups for this, there were people that were at it, and I was like, I have no idea who that is. I didn't know they had a channel, because I don't go to a lot of the chats and a lot of the lives and stuff, especially this time of the year, because I'm doing so many other things.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is this person? Let me go check them out.
Yeah.
So I'm getting new subscribers just like everybody else is getting new subscribers.
Right.
Subscriptions, I should say.
That's why I like how Mrs. Coffee does the, you know, whip and chat challenge at the beginning of the year. So it's for all the newer creators, you know, to get themselves out there and for people to find them.
Right.
Yeah. I missed that. I started my channel after that, but I'm definitely, you know, I'll definitely, if hopefully she'll do it again.
I think she did it last year as well, so she probably will.
Yeah.
You know, but like we've got coming up, of course, there's collabs happening all the time. I can't even keep track of them anymore because there's so many,
Yes.
which is a great thing because everybody can find something that they want to do and participate, you know, if that's their choice.
Mm-hmm.
But then we have Drills and Chills coming up. This is, I think, their 3rd year doing Drills and Chills. And then at Christmas, Pippa does a kind of a DP-a-thon, kind of like this, based off this idea, but we do it as premieres.
Yeah, I watched those last year. They were great.
Yeah, for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and it'll be the 3rd year she's done that this year.
Okay.
And she does a fantastic job with it. And then before we know it, I'll be doing a Secret Santa. I always do a Secret Santa giveaway, or not giveaway, exchange at Christmas time as well. So that'll be coming up.
Okay.
So yeah, all kinds of things always happening.
Yeah.
And I love it. You
Oh,
never
me
have
too.
a lack of content.
It's given me, you know, because like you were asking a little, you know, you don't know much about me. I'm a stay-at-home mom and I've got 3 kids, but those 3 kids have gotten older.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually was looking for a job about 6 months before the pandemic hit. And that just kind of told me when all that happened, I was like, oh, nope, I guess it's time to stop job hunting. And then this just came about, you know, it's never something I ever thought I would do. It's crazy how it just all came about.
Right.
Yeah. And I love it. I love every minute of it. It's given me so much purpose and it's given me, you know, just like a job. It makes you feel good. You're accomplishing something. I plan it. I look forward to it. It's like a goal. I really do enjoy this. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. And, you know, like I said, you know, meeting the people and different things like that, you get to know a lot about yourself.
Good point.
As well as about other people.
That is true. I have grown. Yes, absolutely. Yes. There's been some comments that have been not so nice. And at the beginning, they were hurtful and they bothered me. And now I'm like, okay, that's all right.
Yeah.
And I kind of let it roll off a little bit. Thank you for your unasked
opinion, stranger, that I'm never going to talk to again.
Right. So I've learned to kind of deal with it differently, and I'm proud of myself. I'm like, okay, I grew from that experience. I'm not as sensitive as I used to be. So yeah, it's kind of like you kind of find your voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a good way to say it, is you find your voice.
Yeah. Let's see, Phyllis. So Phyllis, I live in Dallas. Suburb of Dallas.
She's in the metro.
Yep.
You're up north, correct?
Yeah. Yep. I'm in North Texas. Yep.
Yeah. North of the metro, like northern parts. Okay.
Yeah. It takes.
I don't want to say it on here, so.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it starts with an M. Is that correct?
Where I live?
Yes.
No.
An F?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You know where I am.
I knew it was one or the other.
Yeah, it takes me about 40 minutes to get to Craftably, so it's not far at all.
Right. That's about how long it took me. Now, granted, that was in 4th of July traffic, which meant there wasn't any.
Right. Yeah, that day it was empty. Yeah.
But there was not any traffic. I was like, oh, hey, okay.
Yeah. Well, the times I've gone up there, I've only been on Saturdays, and there's never any traffic. So I'm like, oh, this isn't bad. My husband's like, try going during the week.
Yeah, I would not drive that during the week. I'm not crazy.
Because I'm
There's a reason I only live 4.5 miles from work.
Oh, do you?
Yes, because when I first moved up here, I lived in Wiley and worked in Frisco.
Okay.
And that was about a 55-minute drive in good traffic.
Yes.
And about an hour and 15 if I left anytime after about 4 o'clock.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was miserable.
No.
Absolutely miserable.
Yeah.
So, and the only time in my life I've willingly worked at 6 a.m. so that I could get off at 3 and I didn't have traffic either way.
Okay.
Because otherwise I would not be awake at 6 o'clock in the morning for any reason.
No, I know my kids are about to start school next Thursday, and I'm like, oh, here we go. Because I've been able to sleep in.
Oh, yep. Steph is here. Hey, Steph.
Hey there.
I saw somebody, Kaya. There she is. Kaya sent the howl out. Sorry.
No worries. And it looks like Deanne, her sister-in-law lives in Denton. Okay.
Really? Okay.
Well, if you ever come visit her, let us know.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, because there's several folks I know live over in Denton, Irving, Fort Worth, Grapevine, some of those places surrounding. Christy's out in Weatherford.
So here's an idea. Just a thought, since you plan these events.
Oh no! What are you getting me into?
What? Since I have you, what about doing an event here?
So, listen, I'm not saying I'm not thinking about it.
Okay.
I'm saying, so this is going to be my last year on the committee for St. Jude. Oh, crap.
Uh-oh, what happened?
That one is better than everybody saw me do. I dropped my pen onto my tray.
Oh no, we've all done
but
it.
At least the tray didn't flip, so
yeah,
we just have to reshuffle.
Yep.
So I have thought about doing a retreat weekend with like no frills or anything like that. Just we all hang out, make meals, things like that. No swag or anything, because that's the stuff that takes the most time.
Okay. Yeah, we don't need all that.
Yeah, and so just having a weekend getaway for whoever wants to come, preferably those that live close, so that nobody has to travel.
Mm-hmm.
I've also been looking for a place. Now, of course, this has not been as easy in the pandemic, but looking for a place where we could meet up and have regular meetups, like a weekend, Saturday or a Sunday meetup.
I like that. If there's so many of us here, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Because there are a lot of us here. And now
Yes.
The problem with that is finding a central location, and then finding somewhere that'll let us do that in the middle of a pandemic.
Right.
So I know Phyllis has talked about that. Phyllis and I have talked about that several times, and we just have not been successful finding a location.
Okay. I'll kind of, keep my eyes peeled and, ears open to see if I can see anything myself, or if anything comes to mind, I'll let you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I thought about doing it in like a library or somewhere like that. But so many of them now do programs, and they're using those spaces on weekends.
Right.
So if anybody has an idea or knows of a place, let us know.
Yeah.
And yes,
and I'm sorry we're talking about Texas a lot for all of you that don't live here. I'm sorry.
Well, so here's the thing is, if we do it here, then they're going to be inspired.
Yes.
To find their local organized person and organize one locally for them.
That's right. That's a great idea. I could start a little, yep.
Just like all the stitchy groups, all the cross stitchers, they have meetups all the time.
Oh, they do?
And yeah, like all the time. Like we have 3 different groups that meet on different weekends in Dallas alone. And that's just out of our Dallas Facebook group for the cross stitchers. So I'm sure if some folks found some people in their area, they could probably find a local spot to meet up and diamond paint.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's the challenge.
Yeah. Okay. No, I get
local
that.
Shiners or VFW. Those are good choices.
Yep. Hotels.
Somebody's husband is a Mason, maybe.
Local college.
Or an elk or an eagle or whatever all the other ones are. All the animal organizations.
Oh, Lindsay said Lindsay said she would do a retreat in Texas. She would come.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and the retreat I did last year. So last year was the first diamond painting retreat that happened, and I was super proud to organize it. We did that one here in Texas.
Yes,
We went
I missed
down
that
to
one.
yeah, we went down to Seguin area and had it there, and it was so much fun. And the thing about having a retreat like that, one is finding a space big enough that's still an intimate space. So I went to a cross stitch retreat here in Dallas, and it was a lot of fun, but they had it at a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And I just found you didn't get to maximize your time with other folks because they didn't have food, and everybody had to go home, and, they shut the building down at midnight or whatever. And so, you had to go home, and we've got some people literally at the retreats. They will stay up all night long.
Oh,
you can go into the craft room at any given hour and somebody will be there.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Wow.
So Tia is one of my overnighters. Amanda, Nana of Seven Crafts. They don't sleep when they go to the retreats at all. I think Tia got a total of like 10 hours last year.
Wow.
Over 4 days.
I mean, it's a limited time you get to see people, so I get it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. All these colors are starting to look, for days. All right, you guys, I will work on it. Our retreat this year, the one coming up, the Lone Star Retreat, is in Missouri this year. And we are full at the moment. I do have a waiting list. If you want to join the waiting list, you are more than welcome. But we're getting down. We are less than 60 days away.
Oh, wow.
If you can believe that. So I'm blown away. I'm like, oh my God, it's coming. And then at the same time, I'm like, oh, thank God it's coming. Because it has been a long year.
Did you go to the retreat in Michigan?
I did not get to go to that one. That one is in the middle of Scottish season as well as St. Jude season.
Okay.
And so I was not able to go to that one due to the time of year.
Mm-hmm.
And so I choose to have mine in in October, because after that, everything is pretty much done with. I think I have one event afterwards for the Scottish Society, and then I'm free for the holidays.
Oh, good. Okay.
So that's why mine is in October. Plus, I love the fall.
Yeah.
So
October's a beautiful time of year.
Exactly. Yeah, that's probably the best time of year in Texas.
Oh yeah.
Honestly.
Yep. I got married in October because we wanted to have an outdoor wedding, and we're like, yep. And it was great. It was perfect weather.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's about 70, 75 degrees usually.
Yep. It's nice.
Sunny.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like fall, but
this is true. This is very true.
Yeah.
Well, like last year, we went middle of October to the retreat, and Amanda and Crashly and a couple of the other folks that came from up north, it was snowing at their house. And they got to Texas and it was 93 degrees outside.
That's awesome.
We had a cold front came through, which meant it was 85 the next day.
Right.
Yeah. That's a cold front.
Yep. It's hot. It hasn't seemed that hot this year, and I hate to even say that. I better knock on some wood.
Knock on wood, because
I just did.
I think we're supposed to have a couple of days, like the next 10 days is supposed to be pretty warm, and then it's supposed to cool down again.
Okay, good.
So, listen, I am all about it not being 100 degrees plus the humidity.
Oh, I know. Yep.
So,
and I told myself, I told myself, okay, I'm going to start exercising when the kids go back to school, because I put on a lot of weight since, COVID. And I was like, okay, I'll start exercising. But I'm like, and that means walking outside. I'm like, it's going to be super hot still. Mm-hmm. So that's my excuse right now.
When you walk outside in the morning and you immediately sweat between your front door and your car, there's problems. We got problems.
Well, it helps with the sweating if you were trying to work out. So maybe it's going to help. I don't know. It'll help with the weight loss. I don't know.
I don't want to sweat though. I don't like to sweat.
You don't like to sweat?
I don't. I played sports all my life. I know it's part of life. Like, I just don't. I hate being sweaty. It's gross.
Okay. I don't mind.
I feel gross.
Yeah.
I think it's not so much I don't like sweating. I don't like being hot. That's what it is.
So you'd rather be cold?
Yeah, I would much rather be cold. Like, if I could have winter temperatures or fall temperatures even.
Yeah.
My ideal temperature is between 60 and 65 degrees. That's where I would like to live.
Now, were you born and raised in Texas?
I am. I'm from West Texas, though. So
Okay.
way out west, a little town called Big Spring.
Okay.
It's out by Midland, Abilene, out that way.
Yeah.
And I moved up here in 2009.
Okay.
So it's been, I think, 12 years as of June. The end of June is when I moved.
Mm-hmm.
And I do love it up here. Most of the time. I hate the traffic, of course.
Yeah.
That's a given. I don't deal with it most days, so it doesn't bother me quite as much because I don't have to get on the highway most days. But everything else I love. I've met so many amazing people from so many different places. I mean, it's crazy how many different places are represented here.
Well, a lot of people move here, especially from like California, because the cost of living here and the schools are really good and, all those things. So it really draws people here.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, one of my best friends that I met when I first moved here, she's from South Africa originally. And, like I said, we met in 2009 and we are still very close friends today. I'm actually supposed to be at her house this weekend, but since I wasn't feeling well, I decided to stay home, that was the better choice.
Yeah. Yeah. So Lindsay had asked when my anniversary was. It's October 18th. So it looks like she's October 7th, her wedding anniversary.
Okay.
Yep. And it looks like Randy just popped in. Hi.
Yes, there's lots of folks. I haven't been able to say hi to everyone. I've been watching the number, but hello to everyone that has come in. I see Melly. I see Sandra. You can call me Butter. Lindsay. Somebody else popped in. Brian, Craft NATO. Hello. That's Angie. She's super excited. You met Angie at the place.
You know what? I saw her, but I didn't get a chance to talk to her. So I actually I haven't met her yet.
Oh my goodness. She is a riot. I am so excited. She's going to get to come to the retreat in October, and I'm going to get to hang out with her again. I sat beside her and she is so funny. I loved it.
Okay.
Is it Sanissa? Sanissa, I'm thinking. Correct me, please. And if I pronounce anybody's name wrong, please correct me, because names for me are a big deal because mine's always spelled incorrectly or I'm called the wrong name. So.
Yeah.
Melissa, Carissa, Charissa,
Martha.
Melanie.
I know. We didn't get a chance to talk. I know. I saw you, and it was just so crazy that day. We were all just working away.
So I don't know about the rest of y'all. I had my watch on. I did, according to my watch, I did 8,000 steps that day.
Really?
I don't think I actually took that many steps, but when you raise your arms.
Oh, yeah.
And you have on one of those watches, it counts them as steps.
Right.
And so I think with all the packing, I definitely hit past goal that day.
That's funny that your arm was moving.
I felt it. Did you feel it the next day?
Oh, I was exhausted.
Like in your back, my upper back was killing me.
Yep.
My shoulders.
Yeah, I was feeling it too.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that was a workout.
It's a lot of work. Yeah.
It is. It was so much fun to go in and see behind the scenes, and Amy and Michael are awesome.
Oh.
Anybody that has doubts, I can tell you they are awesome people. I honestly felt like I was at a family reunion.
Yep, that's how they make you feel. Yep, yeah, absolutely.
And just had so much fun, the teasing, and I hope I didn't, offend anybody because I do like to tease, but
oh, they do too.
I had a great time.
Yeah. I've had such a good time up there. They're probably like, oh my gosh, she's coming back again. I mean, because after 4th of July, I went for like the next 3 Saturdays, I think.
You know what? They probably loved it.
I hope.
And had I been free, I would have gone.
Right.
Excuse me. Oh,
bless you.
Thank you. Oh,
yeah,
they up on me.
I did. I was like, whoa, what was that?
It was a cough sneeze at the same time.
Oh, it was a cough sneeze.
Yeah. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to do.
And then I finally had to tell them that my daughter had something this weekend. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't come. And they're like, oh, it's okay. You can come next weekend. But I love them so much. I can't get enough of it. It's just amazing to go up there. I know.
Well, you know, we were talking about it. I went home last weekend for a couple of different events. And when I say home, I mean back out to West Texas. And my best friend since high school is what we're going to say. We won't tell you how many years. I went with her and her family, and we were talking about it. Like, I literally stood in Dollar Tree, and we hit the mother load in Dollar Tree, by the way, for all the decorations. But I literally stood in Dollar Tree and talked to some random stranger for like 25 minutes. And that's something that doesn't generally happen up here.
And what were you talking to them about?
Like just crafts, and we were standing in the crafting aisle. And we were talking about crafts, and she was asking us what we did, and, you know, so I told her about my YouTube channel, and, you know, I told her about diamond painting, and I found some vinyl, some Dollar Tree vinyl that I'm going to give a try, and some transfer tape. So I talked about having the Cricut and all the things you can do on the Cricut.
Wow.
And we were buying things for the retreat. And so, you know, I told her, oh, well, you know, I have a retreat, and we're going to use this for this, and da-da-da-da, and just being able to just have a random conversation with someone in the aisle for no reason. I miss that part of being out further in Texas.
Yes, I bet. Yeah.
That small town vibe. Now, I won't say, I did meet my friend Kim that comes to my Saturday chats. I met her and Joanne, same thing. We were standing in the fabric aisle. And I asked her opinion on some fabric, and then we started talking, and she has joined us as well.
How funny!
In diamond painting. I just talk to people.
That's awesome.
Like people, sometimes you just have to.
Yeah. I had a woman. I was at Joann's, and my daughter and I were filming, and I was filming, you know, what's in store Wednesday, where I do like a couple of craft stores, and we were in there, and she's like, she just started talking. She was, well, what are you filming for? And we ended up chatting with her for a long time. She was so sweet. She's like, I've never met a YouTuber before. I'm like, well, I'm not famous.
I'm not really like a YouTube, like I am, but I'm not.
Yeah, I know. And my daughter's like looking at me going, what? She's like, you talked to that lady for a long time. I'm like, she was really sweet. And then she was trying to explain to me about the deals and what was what on sale. And she was just, I think she was also looking for, you know, someone to talk to.
Well, you know, and that's one of the things about this community is we enjoy talking to each other so much because we have something in common. And sometimes you just want to talk to people about the awesome thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to talk. Sometimes I'm sitting here and I'm stitching and I'm like, I just want to show somebody this. And for them to be as excited about it as I am.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we, you know, and then of course we enable each other.
Oh my gosh. Yes, we do.
The enabling. Oh
yeah.
Never would have done that except X, Y, and Z.
Yep. I have bought so many things because someone else has opened it, and I was like, oh, I gotta have that. Oh yes.
Yeah. But so this weekend, which I need to film that haul. I love Dollar Tree stuff. I use a lot of it to decorate and to make wreaths and things like that. And they were putting out all their new fall stuff. And so I got online to see what they were going to have out this year and what I couldn't live without. And my best friend was like, well, we should look while we're in Big Spring because, you know, we're not going to compete with all the crafters here in DFW. That they go in, and as soon as something is put out, or even they'll open boxes here, which is super rude. And then they'll buy everything on the shelf. And so we went, and the guy was literally putting stuff out when we showed up. And, we worked around him. We didn't interrupt his doing his job or anything like that. We worked around him. We found a good stash of stuff. And then we started talking about, he started asking us, because we had like a basket full of decorations between the two of us. And he's like, what's going on? Like, where are y'all from? All of the questions.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, well, we're from Dallas. I live, and you probably do too. There's 5 Dollar Trees within 5 miles of my house.
Oh, absolutely. They're everywhere.
Yeah. But you have to go to all 5 of them to get all of the things that you want.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So we were talking to this lovely gentleman that worked at the Dollar Tree, and he's like, so listen, and he like lowers his voice and he whispers to us like it's a huge secret. And he goes, so tomorrow morning, I'm going to get here at 10 and I'm going to start unloading. I'm going to start really stocking this wall. And he's like, so if you want to come back tomorrow, give me till about 11 and I'll have some real good stuff out.
Oh, you got the inside.
Like a drug deal or something.
Yeah.
So we went back.
Oh my gosh.
And he
love
had like a whole cart full of stuff out, and he had put quite a bit out since we'd been there the day before.
Uh-huh.
And, so we went through and all that kind of stuff. And then we were looking on the cart because the boxes have pictures of what's in the box.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so there were a couple of things we didn't see that we were looking for. And we found them. I found 3 boxes of stuff that I wanted. And I think my best friend found like 2. And he was opening something and he's like, all right, let me stock this and I'll pull those boxes out and I'll open them for you girls.
Oh, he was so nice.
It was so sweet. I was like, oh my goodness. Like,
God.
And I think it's because we weren't pushy and we weren't condescending and, all that kind of stuff. Like we treated him, very politely, which I think you should do no matter what.
Right.
But yeah, he was willing to, like, he just literally opened. He's like, what boxes do you want? He pulled them out. He opened them up, let us get what we wanted. And then he stocked them.
That was so nice.
It was super nice.
Yeah, I need to start going to a different dollar store. The one closest to me is the one I, gravitate towards. It's right next to a Hobby Lobby.
Oh, so that's the one everyone goes to?
Yep. And they're hitting up, just like I do, they're hitting up Dollar Tree and then they're going to Hobby Lobby. And it's like, they never have anything.
Yes. So try the one, if you don't mind a little bit of a drive.
Mm-hmm.
There's one over on 380 in McKinney, and it's over by that new theater that they built.
Oh, yeah.
You know where I'm talking about? I was in that one a couple of weeks ago, and it was actually pretty well stocked, and they have a pretty decent craft section.
Okay.
So you might try that one.
Yeah.
And then the one down on 121, where the Target is.
Yeah. Okay.
That shopping center there. I think that's Coit.
Yes. Yep.
121
Coit. Or is it Custer?
Custer. Yeah, I think it's Custer.
It's where all the shopping and
theirs is kind of, but they usually are pretty well stocked.
I've been in that one before. Okay. I'll have to check that one out too. I went to McKinney High School, so I definitely know where things are there.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So those are the 2 that I usually try to check out when I go up that way.
Okay.
My best friend lives up there next to you.
Yeah.
And so those are the 2 that I go to up there.
Okay.
And I usually have a pretty good time. And then if you can't find what you're looking for at any of those, since you are able to go during the week, go down to the one in Plano on 15th.
Okay. I need to
because that one is huge.
Yes. You know what's going on at the Dollar Tree.
I do. Listen, I have been a Dollar Tree aficionado since I used to teach school. Wow. And I can tell you where all the good stuff is, who has what.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the one in Plano is a last choice resort for me because it's so packed all the time. But yeah, I'm huge.
So excited. I made a new friend today.
You did.
I did. I love you.
What is it? Phyllis said something the other day. She posted it in the group. And she was like, once I've met you in person, you're no longer an acquaintance, you're a friend.
Yes.
So I've met you in person. So we were already friends. We just didn't know much about each other.
Yeah, I didn't know much about you at all. And I'm like, I love her. You're awesome. You were awesome.
Yeah, I'll tell
So
you about all the good deals. My sister hit some really good deals at Hobby Lobby. She went and checked out their clearance section, and she got, you know how they have those huge rolls of ribbon that are like 100 yards or whatever at Christmas time? She got one of those for 50 cents.
Wow.
And then a couple of the like medium ones for 25 cents each at Hobby Lobby the other day.
Oh, just the other day?
Yeah, just the other day. Now she's in San Angelo. But if they're clearancing stuff there, they're going to be clearancing it everywhere.
Why are they clearancing that?
I think it was probably leftover from last year, and they were a little bit rumpled, but they're wire edge ribbon, so they're going to fluff right back up.
Yeah, that's where I always go. When I go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I always go straight to the clearance section, and I love to dig and just see if there's any red stickers.
Yeah, you can find some really good stuff. Sorry, guys, we went totally on a Dollar Tree rabbit hole.
That is.
Well, I mean,
Randy, you know I love you.
Aw, it's okay. I'll share. I share really well.
Yes, I can have more than one. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Lindsay's like, I feel like I'm interrupting a personal conversation. You guys are
I'm sorry.
each other.
I don't mean to make anybody feel like that.
No, she said we're playing. Yeah, no, I think hopefully y'all are getting some diamond painting done, and we're just keeping you company.
Sometimes folks won't buy dented items, but that's where the buys for the projects are. Exactly, Phyllis.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, and like, so to be fair, like one of the ribbons, it had like, it was stained on one side, like somebody probably spilled coffee or it got water damage or something. And I was talking to my sister, and I was like, just put that side, make that side down into the wreath. Like if you're doing it in a deco mesh wreath, you're not going to see that anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
yeah.
I'm all about making it work. You know, doing things like that, using damaged things in a different way. Sometimes you get brand new stuff that is not great. And I just find a different way to use it. And I think that's all you've got to do sometimes. Excuse me. A true crafter will come up with endless possibilities and ideas. Exactly, Phyllis. Yeah, so she's going to use the ribbon for a wreath. And then she's going to bring me I think the big red roll is what she got for me. So I owe her 50 cents. And then she did get me a couple of things from the Dollar Tree that I didn't have up here or didn't find in Big Spring. She found it hers. So I always have her on the lookout for things as well.
And you said mainly this is for wreaths that you're making, or just?
So I make wreaths. I always have a wreath on my door. There is a wreath on my door 365 days a year. I do wreaths for the office door at work. Oh. So when people come into the lobby where they pay, we have a door to our cashier's area that stays locked, and I put a wreath on that door for different seasons. And then my neighbor across the hallway, she looks in on me and she watches after me and looks after my apartment when I'm not here. And so I make her a wreath for her door also.
That's awesome.
So when I change rooms, she gets me one as well.
Okay.
So why spend $50 on wreath supplies when you can spend $5?
Exactly. I'm always looking for a good wreath, and I never find any I like. They're hard to find. So you're better just making one.
Yes, and I've been making them for years and years and years, so I kind of have it down to a pretty exact science. I've got the stuff. I need to make a flamingo one for my door at work, for my office. I need to make, I'm going to reuse the fall one that I made last year because it's stupid cute. And it's all Dollar Tree. In fact, hold on just a second.
I know, you need to.
Hey, Robin, I see you, honey. Okay, so this is all Dollar Tree stuff.
I didn't get a chance to tell you guys, but of course Marissa knows, but I have to pick up my daughter she's at a cheer camp. So I was only going to be able to be here from 2 to 3. So I'm going to have to, but I got to see this wreath. You made that?
I made this. This is all Dollar Tree stuff. All of it is Dollar Tree. The deco mesh, the little pumpkins, the flowers.
We can't hear you. Can y'all hear her?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can't hear her. Maybe it's, I don't know. She's trying to work on it.
How about now?
So maybe it's just me that can't hear her. I didn't do anything. That's strange.
Can you hear me?
Hold on a second. I think I figured it out.
Okay, that was on my end. I accidentally hit my mute button when I laid my wreath down.
Oh, okay.
It muted my StreamYard. Sorry, guys.
I thought it was me because my alarm went off. Now I'm crooked.
There you go. That is the wreath from last year.
That is beautiful. I love that. Oh, would you make a wreath for me if I bought one from you?
Oh. If you buy the stuff, I'll make it for you.
Oh, that's beautiful. You could sell those. I love them.
Thank you. Again, it's one of those things I don't want to turn it into a job. I don't mind making them.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be doing it, investing a whole bunch of money. So yeah, if you buy the stuff, I'll make it for you.
Okay.
And I'll let you know what you need, depending on what type of wreath that you want. So that was my favorite one that I made last year, and I'm going to reuse that one this year. So basically, I'll pull it out, I'll fluff the bow, and put it back on the door.
That's really pretty. I really like that. That's really,
and then I
really
usually
cool.
use them for about 2 to 3 years till they start looking kind of raggedy.
Mm-hmm.
From the weather and, just getting sun damage and all that kind of stuff. And then I make a new one.
That's so cool. All right, y'all. It's 3 o'clock. I have to go pick up my daughter.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me, Shay. I really enjoyed this, and I appreciated you stepping in and helping me out. So you guys heard a link to her channel in the box. So make sure that you go and check out Shay's channel. Subscribe if you are not subscribed already. She does some really good videos and different things that she does. And she talks really a lot about diamond painting.
Yeah, I do.
You know your stuff. Don't doubt yourself.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks again for having me, Marissa. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for joining me. Have a good weekend.
All right, you too. And I'll keep watching all the other ones when I get back.
Yes. So again, if I'll tell everybody bye. If you will click into the playlist, it automatically takes you to the next video. So once this one ends, it'll take you to the next one.
Perfect.
So that's an easy way to do it.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. It's just us now. So we've got about 30 minutes left. It was so cool to get to visit with Shay. So for those of you that know, I've been pretty absent this week. I went and got my first COVID shot on Monday, and it's kicking my butt, like hardcore kicking my butt. And so I've not been feeling very well. You can probably hear it a little bit in my voice, those of you that know me. And I've just been sleeping a lot. And so I was like, hey, I don't know if I can go a full hour and a half by myself. And so I was like, does anybody want to come jump in and, help me chit chat and talk about things? And so she was so gracious and so kind to say, hey, I'm not available the whole time, but I'm happy to join you for part of it. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. We can get to know each other, because we met, but we didn't really get to talk or to really get to know each other, because she was set in a different room while we were at Craftably. So it was really fun. I think we're going to be pretty good friends, and she's just up the road. So, I can go hang out if I want to. She may not know that, but I might just show up at her house one day. You don't know. Yes. So that link is is in the description box for our St. Jude fundraiser. So those of you that know, like I said earlier, several of you weren't in here, but I do serve on the committee for the St. Jude Walk Run Dallas. I have for the last 3 years. This is my 3rd year. It is something that I'm very proud of. We are in the top 10 walks in the country. And I have so many reasons that I support St. Jude. It is a great organization. You guys know, you've heard several of my fellow creators talk about it. They have graciously decided to support them as well this weekend. But I'm going to talk in general about what we're doing this weekend. So we have this DP-a-thon. At this point, we're only going to do this once a year because Pippa does an event in December for Christmas. That's kind of the same thing, but we do it with premieres so that people aren't alone on Christmas or during the holidays. And so this one in the summer is going to be our fundraising event. So we all know, if you've been around for more than 5 minutes in any of the crafting communities, you know how generous people are. And we felt this was a good way to get to spend time with each other, to be able to sit in your living room and have some conversations with people, you know, be in chat or just listen and lurk. I do a lot of that as well, but also to support great causes. And so the creators that signed up for the DP-a-thon, I had asked them to choose the charity of their choice, a charity that meant a lot to them, that they wanted to support, and to let me know what that charity was. And then they had to, you know, figure out a way for you guys to donate to them. And then I just asked them to talk about why it's important to you. Why is that charity close to your heart? And there are so many great charities, and St. Jude just happens to be close to my heart. So my sister, of course, she's my biggest cheerleader. She is going to be coming up with some of her kids. I'm not sure which ones. They come up, they help me take pictures. They help as volunteers at the event. And we raise money. And so you guys have already been so generous today. But if even $5, if you can, every little bit helps. St. Jude is one of the first integrated organizations. They started in 1962. And back then, most of you know, was before the civil rights movement. And they were treating every child with cancer, not just the white children with cancer. And St. Jude, the hospital, is in Missouri. That is considered technically part of the South. So they were under Jim Crow laws. That is one of the reasons, one of the many, that I support this charity. I did have a student when I was teaching that was diagnosed with childhood cancer. And so I walk for her and raise money for her. And the coolest thing I think about St. Jude, unlike a lot of other hospitals, is all of the research they do, all of the breakthroughs that they have, they share that freely with other hospitals. So even if a child that has cancer is not being treated at St. Jude, the hospital that they are being treated at probably uses protocols that St. Jude developed. And I think that's awesome. Because what knowledge is it to save a life that doesn't get shared? Maybe that's just me, and that was real philosophical. I didn't mean to go there. But either way, if you want to donate, that link is in my description box. If one of my mods could pop that in, I would appreciate it. But yeah, you guys, I have been working on this painting a little bit. I'm still working on retreat crafts. In between doing all of the other things, we are working on St. Jude stuff. I have ordered you ready for this? A 3-foot high hot pink pinata mailbox for our St. Jude walk run. And I cannot wait to share pictures of this with you guys. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I have had to find or request that our logistics company has found confetti cannons with biodegradable confetti in them. So we're throwing a party this year because at the end of a kid's cancer treatment, at the end of their chemo, they get to have what's called a no-mo chemo party. or a no more chemo party. And at the end of the song that they sing, they toss confetti in the air. So our theme this year is Are You Ready for Confetti? And we're having a celebration of how far we have come in the treatment of childhood cancer. Instead of, at the moment, we know we still have a long way to go, but we want to celebrate how far we've come. So our theme is Ready for Confetti. So for those of you that didn't get to see it, this is the pattern that you will get if you donate. It is a cross stitch pattern first. This is the one that I did, and it is blowing out, washing out just a little bit. These colors are much brighter in person. But there's that. And you can turn it into a diamond painting, which looks like this. I've still got to get my white drills for this. I'm working on it. But yes, absolutely. You can turn it into a diamond painting. And I did this all with leftover drills, you guys. So it's a good use of your leftover drills. So several of you have already supported when that pattern dropped in May. A lot of you guys got that pattern. I haven't seen anybody finish it, however. I know we all got projects going on. But I would like to see some other folks finish that and send me pictures so that I can see it. Yeah, the walk around I think is going to be a lot of fun this year. I cannot wait for those confetti cannons to go off because I think that's going to be awesome. They're going to go off over the start line. So as the race starts, the confetti cannons are going to go off over the start line. So they'll be walking through the confetti. I'm super excited about it. Like really excited. Hey, Robert, how are you? I'm sorry if I missed people coming in. We were having a really good conversation. There's Irene. I'm going to go back and just say hello. You can call me Butter. What is your actual name, if you don't mind sharing? I'm going to try to remember people's names. There's Gretchen. Hello. I know a couple other people. Jill snuck in on me. Hello, Jill. Yeah, I couldn't believe I muted myself. What is that about? Anyway, you guys, so I guess I can say what's been going on with you guys. And here in a minute, we're going to do Wednesday Wins, even though it's not Wednesday. Hey, Susan, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? It's nice to see old friends that I used to chat with all the time that I don't get to see very much anymore. I'm sorry if I'm sniffling and all of that. Please excuse me. I don't mean to do it. So I will tell you guys, this Craftibly that I'm working on, this is my first Craftibly that I've done. It's the one that I received when I went over and helped them out with the big shipment. I am loving this painting. It is freaking awesome. These drills are laying down, they're squares, and they are laying down like beautifully. I don't even know another word for it. They are awesome. I've never done an Ever Moment, but I think they're probably better than Ever Moments with the squares. I have not had a single drill that has popped or anything. And I am, of course, you can see I'm multi-placing on some of them. So, yeah, I cannot recommend Craftibly enough. They were one of our sponsors last year for our retreat. When they were just getting started, they were very generous. And like I said, they are wonderful people. What YouTube channel name? Nope, that's not my lid. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, you can call me Butter. I think isn't that from a movie, you guys? Why do I feel like that's a quote from a book or from a movie? Am I making that up in my head? Maybe. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying the DP-a-thon so far. We have a lot of creators still to come. So we will be going until about 4:30 in the morning. And then we'll take a small break for about 3 hours. And then we will start back up tomorrow at 7:30. And this is all Eastern time. Now, if you go into the playlist is on my channel. It's called Sparklethon 2020. It's also in my description box. And if you click into the playlist, it'll show you who's live. And then if you click on that video, Once my video ends, it will take you down to the next live automatically. You don't have to click anything. It'll do it for you. That is the easiest way to navigate this weekend, because then you're not, if you don't happen to be subscribed to a channel, it'll take you there automatically and you don't have to go searching for them. The schedules have been put up in several groups, people's groups, several channels, on Instagrams, all over the place. We made sure to let you guys know where we could be found, who was going, and all of that kind of stuff. So if you want to navigate it that way, the playlist is the easiest way. It does the work for you, which I like. I like to have it on. Even if I'm not commenting, I'm lurking in the background. I might be doing dishes. I might be cooking lunch, but I'm listening. So I know Lindsay was on before me. She did such a great job. I had not seen any of her lives. I'm not on Instagram very much. But I enjoyed her live thoroughly. And Nick and Tina, again, were new to our event, and they did an excellent job earlier. And of course, Tia started us off, and Tia is always a good time. So join us this afternoon. We've got, oh goodness, I don't even remember who all is going this afternoon. Rebecca, Crystal, Shine Like a Diamond, Mystery of Diamonds will be going. And then tomorrow we have several different creators. We have Crashly, we have Kara. I'm going blank. Lots and lots and lots of folks, you guys. Some new, some have done this event several times, and we just go on and have a great time. It is a great way to find new creators. There are some, like I said, there's some folks that I didn't know had channels. So I found some new creators. You can call me Butter is Randy. Thank you, Deanne. Yeah, Tia, did you go take a nap after getting up so early? Oh, Sandra said that was too early for her. Yeah, that was too early for Tia too, I think. She did pretty good, but I think she was a little bit tired. Let's see here. Melly says, it's been great finding new to me creators. Yes, absolutely. Yes, everyone has done a great job. Everyone always does a great job, even when they're nervous. They always end up having so much fun, and that's what I love about this event. We've been doing this for, what is this, about 3 years now, Tia? I think this is the 3rd year we've been doing these DP-a-thons. They used to be every quarter, and then we kind of had to cut that down because there's so many other things going on now that we just don't have the time to do them every quarter. I crashed mid-sentence. I figured, I was like, I haven't seen Tia in about 3 hours. I bet she went back to bed. All right, guys. So the next thing that we're going to do, when I get ready to change colors here in a second, is we're going to do what I call Wednesday Wins. So I usually go live Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central. And we are all about celebrating with each other our accomplishments, our good news, and just doubling or tripling our blessings exponentially and sharing those with others and getting to celebrate together. So what I would like for everyone to do is I would like everyone to put in the chat something that you finished, something awesome that happened, the good news that you got this week, an accomplishment, even if it's not diamond painting or craft related. Go ahead and put those in. Those of you that are old hands at it, if you will show them how to format that, that would be awesome. And then I will read your Wednesday wins out. Now, if you have a finish of any kind, please let us know that as well, because finishes on my channel get a cowbell, because everybody needs more cowbell in their lives. So, yes, this is the 3rd year. So much fun. We always have fun. Now, I say you get a cowbell. There's my cowbell. I was going to say I can't find it, but we have a cowbell. So let's see what you guys come up with. So yes, my niece was able to get out of the hospital today. It's nothing too serious. She was in for some dehydration. But she got to go home today. I don't think she liked hospitals or doctors. Don't see her growing up to be a doctor. She did not appreciate that or anything that we did for her. So, yeah. But we're happy that she is at home. Diamond Queen 2020 says, my Wednesday win is you got your Luke Bryan tickets today. So excited. Luke Bryan is good. All right. He's real pretty to look at, too. Real pretty. Just saying. Any other Wednesday wins, please put those in for me because I want to see what you guys have been up to. So Happy Hour Crafts, hello. You were new to me. Welcome. My Wednesday win is I finished a diamond painting and reached 900 views on your second YouTube video. That is awesome. And you get a cowbell. Ooh, that was loud. Sorry. So there is your cowbell. Congratulations on your finish. Deborah's Wednesday win is she finished 2 snack-sized diamond paintings. There we go. That's a muffled one. Good job, though. Susan recruited 2 new diamond painters this week. All right. They are excited about joining the diamond painting community. That's awesome, Susan. Sandra says her Wednesday win is that she managed to set up a system of shared phone time with Christopher that has not caused meltdowns during this DP-a-thon. That's a great job because we know Christopher likes his phone time. He absolutely does. He's hot. Yes, he is, Diamond Queen. Like I said, his mama did good. Craft NATO Angie says her Wednesday win is a finish of Craftably's Alice and Snow White. Very nice. Tammy found caboodles at the Dollar Tree. If you're of a certain age, you know what those are. And she also lost some weight as well, which she's been working on. Cheryl finished the reading tree, finished 3 hats for charity and a tote for a little girl. Biggest win is making it through a very harsh week at work. Need TLC. Oh my goodness, Cheryl, I can't give you much TLC, but I can give you a cowbell. There you go. Good job. And, you know, the work stuff will pass. I know some weeks are harder than others, and you do what you can when you can, and that's all you got. And that's okay. Melly says her Wednesday win is she finished Mrs. Allen Bott from Distracted by Diamonds and finding awesome new creators to watch. All right, here's your finish. Good job. Christy says her Wednesday win is she started her cross stitch, and it's a lot easier than your Haid. I told you not to start on that Haid, girl. I love you so much, but I'm going to tell you I told you so. The Haids are not starters. But I am glad that you got started and that you enjoyed it so far. If you need help, let me know. Nicotina says they hit the total for St. Jude. Oh, okay. Well, I will have to raise my total then. So apparently we have raised $500, you guys, which is amazing. And we will keep going. And I will let you guys know after the DP-a-thon is over how much money we have raised overall for charities this weekend. As much as we can track that, we'll let you guys know. Jill at Crane's Creation says her Wednesday win is that she got her first Craftably. I am so excited for people that are getting Craftablys. I'm so excited for the company, just how much they've exploded over the last year, how good their stuff is. Like, it's mind-blowing to me. They are awesome. Diamond Queen says, a very generous person. He took in his 2 nieces and nephew after losing his brother-in-law and sister. Okay. Ginger says, I don't know if this counts as a Wednesday win, but I get my package tomorrow with the supplies to learn how to crochet. Yes, girl, that is a win. It's a win. Congratulations. And again, I have several beginning crochet videos on my channel. There's a playlist, Ginger, on my channel, and I'm teaching you some of the basic stitches, the basic beginning stitches, how to start your crochets, how to do a chain, all of that kind of stuff. So you might check those out. I don't think I'm any better than a lot of other people that do those videos, but I do have some if you want to check them out. Ginger finished the Christmas cards from Diamond Dots. We're going to do this again. I messed up. I got the dog upstairs riled up, so It's going to be quieter. There we go. The dog upstairs does not like my cowbell. I just want y'all to know. I get him going sometimes, and I don't mean to, but he's not sure what's happening. He gets real excited for you too. So I'm just going to double check and make sure we don't have any teas still running around before I put these away, and then I will find one. So we only have just a few more minutes left, about 5 minutes. I want to say thank you to everyone that has joined me. I really enjoyed getting to know Shay, and I was so glad that she was able to come on and join us. It was very helpful. I'm probably going to go nap after this. I've done really well, but I have a feeling I'm going to be tired here in a little bit. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Like I said, join the playlist because that's going to be the easiest way. If you have donated this weekend to St. Jude, whether it's from my channel or from anybody else's, as long as you've donated to that link that they're providing, on Monday, I will send you the pattern for the Are You Ready for Confetti cross stitch or diamond painting chart, whichever way that you want to do it. And if you do decide to post those after you get them finished, the hashtag is stitch number 4 St. Jude. So stitch 4 St. Jude. So that's what we are using. Sandra says, speaking of cowbells, I have one my mom brought back from Switzerland. Christopher put it on his neck and said, now you know where I am. Sometimes I wish I could do that with other folks besides Christopher. Yes, Nick and Tina, we'll have a cowbell for reaching our temporary goal. I'll be raising that goal here in a little bit. But my original goal fundraiser for this year was $500. And so we have hit that, you guys. So congratulations. Thank you so much for your generous donations, whether they are to St. Jude or to any of the other charities that are presented for you this weekend. This is always so much fun, and I always enjoy doing it. I get a little frustrated. I get a little overwhelmed sometimes when I'm putting these together, but honestly, the people that do it and that help out and all that, they are so worth it. You guys are so worth it as our viewers. We enjoy these weekends as much as you guys do. And we love getting to talk to new people. There's so many new people that I haven't had a chance to chat with. And I am so very excited. I see Irene says she finished 4 crystal paintings and a glitter from DAC. Here's your cowbell. I'm trying to muffle the sound, but that cowbell is very loud. That was my nephew's football cowbell. So that is his football number for when he was in high school. So those of you at the retreat, I will be bringing the cowbell. Don't you worry. We will have the cowbell in October. But yes, so I'm going to continue to finish this section. As you can see, I'm not a very fast diamond painter, especially when I'm talking. I'm going to cover it back up at the moment just so that we don't mess it up. Tia says yes. Yeah, so I took the cowbell last year so I could get people's attention and I didn't have to like yell over people to get their attention. Now, I can project my voice. However, after you do that for 4 days, you come home and you don't have a voice. And I have to go back to work. So, you know, it's one of those things where I try to help myself out. Now, this year, with as many people as we're going to have, there is no way for me to yell all weekend. So, cowbell will be coming along. I have so much stuff to show you guys and to give you guys. And we are going to have a blast both here this weekend and in October. If you are able to go to a retreat, you guys, whether it's my retreat or whether it's the one that happens in Michigan, I cannot stress that it is such a good experience for so many people. Try to go to one if you're able to. If you're not able to, we're working on it. We're doing the best that we can to make it more affordable and to make it accessible to more people. Gretchen says, this is so much fun, and I found your channel today. Well, thank you so much, Gretchen. I'm going to go ahead and start signing off, you guys. let Lizzie know you'll be 30 minutes late. Absolutely. Hold that thought, Tia. I've been debating getting one of my own. No, it's my thing. It's my thing. You got your butterflies. Let me have my cowbell. I mean, come on, girl. Thank you so much for all of you that are new to my channel. If you do like what you saw today, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you hit that subscribe button, don't forget to ring that cowbell, because everybody needs more cowbell in their lives. And until I see you guys next time, happy stitching, happy diamond painting. Till we meet again, hit that thumbs up before you go. And if you're in the playlist, it will take you to the next video here in just a second. Thank you so much for coming, and I will talk to you guys in a little while. Bye.